What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Among Us video. And in this video, I'm gonna be telling you the story of Charles and why you should never summon him in Among Us. So I'm sure many of you already know about Henry and how RHM ended up betraying him. The crewmates in the airship map unfortunately blamed Charles, since he was the closest person to Henry. Charles was then thrown out of the ship, and he's seeking his revenge. So make sure that you keep watching this video because you won't believe what happened. And before we get any further into this video, I do want to mention that 70% of you have not hit that subscribe button, which means that you're missing out on Among Us darkest secrets. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button with the bell icon turned on. That way you don't miss out on any of my videos. I'm also getting really close to 2 million subscribers, so your help is appreciated. And if you want to see more of these type of videos, make sure to leave a like down below. It only takes a few seconds to show your support. But now let's begin with today's story video. So who is Charles Kelvin? Well, most of his friends just call him Charles for short. He is a veteran helicopter pilot who works for the government. He's also one of the youngest and most experienced pilots in the Henry Stickmin series. So Charles is one of Henry's closest friends, and he was also one of the reasons why Henry managed to escape the wall. And one of Charles' most important tasks is to defeat the Top Pack clan and prevent them from going to space. And this is also why Charles has a new form, which didn't happen intentionally, it was by mistake. So after Henry was taken out by RHM, the rest of the crewmates in the airship map were investigating on who exactly did it. Ellie told the crewmates that Charles is one of Henry's closest friends, but she didn't believe that Charles did it, and she was definitely right. While RHM was hiding an electrical and was later thrown off the ship, Charles was the first victim. And you may be asking, what do you mean by this? Well, for whatever reason, the crewmates had no suspicion on RHM, or didn't even question why he wasn't there. So they went after Henry's closest friend, which is Charles. Charles and Henry had a good relationship in the airship map, since Henry and Charles spent a lot of time together in the cockpit. Charles was a pilot, and Henry was the one in charge. Charles would always tell Henry how much he loved space, and how he wanted to explore the entire galaxy, which he would later on, but not in the way that you expect it. One day, while Charles and Henry were in the cockpit, trying to look for areas to explore, Charles told Henry how he wanted to go to space, since the planet that they were in wasn't very good. So Charles boosted up the airship map and headed towards space. They were gonna explore a nearby galaxy, since they were on a mission to look for a place to settle for the rest of the crewmate race. They eventually found planet Earth, which was very promising. So Henry headed towards the new planet that they recently discovered and were now flying in the sky and were looking for a place to settle, since the crewmates were already tired of being inside of the airship map and wanted to get some fresh air. The crewmates could see how beautiful Earth was, with the vast oceans and the tall trees, but their smiles would slowly fade away. Because while Henry was in the kitchen, RHM took him out, and their leader was now gone. Charles was inside of the cockpit and had no idea what was going on. But then the crewmates rushed inside and grabbed Charles. They kept asking him about Henry and why he did it, but Charles kept denying it, since he had no idea what was happening. But the crewmates didn't believe him, since Charles was always next to Henry. He should know. Charles was then thrown out of the airship map and was floating in the sky, until eventually his body ended up in space. Charles was completely passed out, but then his body slammed into a satellite, which completely crushed it. Once the smoke had settled, Charles woke up, but he now had a new body, which contained parts of the satellite. He now had the ability to use a satellite, which helped him navigate through space and spy on the crewmates. He was seeking his revenge after what they did to him. So I couldn't stop thinking about that noise that I heard earlier. What was that noise coming outside of Skeld? And who was trying to communicate with the crewmates? Could it be a crewmate that is lost in space? Or was there an impostor that sent out a message that the radio detected? As I was just staring at the radio thinking, I noticed a few things. There's some headphones on top of the stool, which look very similar to Charles, one of Henry's closest friends. I did hear the story that Charles was somewhere out in space. Could it be him? I could then hear noises coming from the radio. There's someone trying to communicate with me. But who exactly is it? The radio then began to malfunction and shut off. A sabotage must have been called. I tried to fix the radio, but it took me a while. I was facing a lot of issues. But after I was done, the lights turned off. And I heard something hit the airship map. It's coming from the cockpit. So I made my way over there, and the outside looked very dark. I could then see a creature outside, which looked very similar to a satellite, and he was red. Is that Charles? Lights were flashing from his body, and you can see part of the engine at the bottom, which I'm assuming is why he's flying. Charles then used his sonic wave ability, which caused my screen to malfunction, and I could no longer see. Looks like Charles has been summoned. I do also want to give a shout out to Kitty King for helping me produce this video. He's getting really close to 30,000 subscribers. Let's try to help him reach his goal. So make sure that you check out his channel and subscribe to him. And if you're new to this channel and want to see more Among Us story videos, make sure that you hit that subscribe button with the bell icon turned on. And check out these other Among Us story videos that are found on my channel.